6 guys, 5 days, 100 miles. The mission? Fish Lake of the Woods from Kenora, Ontario, south to Vedette, Minnesota, covering over 100 miles of water in 5 days, using nothing but Rapala's groundbreaking new lure, the Scatter Rap. 6 guys, 5 days, 100 miles. This is the 2013 Scatter Rap Challenge. In nature, erratic changes in speed and direction signal vulnerability to predators. Rapala's new Scatter Rap, with its unique lip, mimics the evasive action of fleeing baitfish. To showcase the revolutionary new lure, Rapala and Cabela's initiated the Scatter Rap Challenge. Last time on the Scatter Rap Challenge, Rapala Pro Mark Fisher's Gold Team took an early lead in the Scatter Rap Challenge, catching 95 fish on day 1, including 60 smallmouth bass.
And when you look at the bellies of these guys, they've had a good time.
That put a target on Fisher's back, and red and black team captains James Holst and Joel Nelson reworked their day 2 strategies to gain ground on the leader.
Target number 1 today. You might think it's a walleye or a big pike or whatever. The guy in yellow. We're going for it.
Absolutely.
On day 3 of the Scatter Rap Challenge, the anglers are limited to fishing the south end of the northwest angle, out 20 miles into Traverse Bay. Both the red and black teams are soon gaining ground on the gold team, trolling scatter shads and minnows on Suffolk's 832 Advanced Lead Core line south of Garden Island, in an area known locally as Stare-In Shoal.
A minute into the day, 26-inch Scatter Rap Helsinki shad. Helsinki shad, Scatter Rap Challenge, Lake of the Woods, lead core, money.
By noon, the red team is on pace to catch 100 fish in 6 hours. Fishing almost 20 miles north, in a small unnamed bay just south of Poacher's Bay, the gold team continues boating bass, but not nearly at the pace needed to hold off the hard-charging red and black teams.
Normally, the first week of June, lead core is usually not the ideal presentation to do this, but it's working. Yeah. To fish this Scatter Rap on this challenge, we're down in the main, we're starting to get into the main lake basin here. There's really nowhere to cast, so trolling is our option.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what we're using here. This is it's an 8-foot Cabela's Fish Eagle 50 collapsible telescoping lead core rod. We got that matched with their Depth Master reel. It counts the amount of feet of line that you have out, so we can be real precise with bait positioning. And then of course the action of the rod is great. It's got kind of a softer tip, cushions the load that the fish put on the rod when they hit those baits, because this Suffolk's Advanced 832 doesn't have any stretch in it, so the rod needs to be matched real well with the setup you're using. The way everything kind of comes together here, it's just a perfect setup for getting out here in these main bodies of water, this main portion of Lake of the Woods, and getting after these walleyes using these Scatter Raps.
Look at this mouth.
Big dramatic scoop. You're big fish Cal today, you know that, right?
I'll take that, This is another nice Lake of the Woods walleye on the Scatter Rap. Scatter Rap Challenge, we're trolling these lead core today. That Helsinki shad has just been dynamite for me this morning. This is my second 26er ready this morning, and I've had numerous 18, 19-inch fish. So, great fish, great bait. Having a ball.
What makes the Scatter Rap so perfect for this type of trolling is, most crankbaits just go in a straight line.
Yeah. And
this Scatter Rap, it gets down there, it starts searching around, just got such a great triggering effect.
I'm gonna get this girl back.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks, sweetie.
Nearby, Team Black's Joel Nelson and Dave Kuntz are also trolling up walleye at a frantic pace.
Holy, did you see that? Did you see that rod go off? Unreal. Oh, this feels a little nicer. Just big head shakes. That's usually a good sign. The longer the fish, the more that tail can impart some distance in that head shake. And you can usually, especially with these long rods, tell right away if you get a nicer fish. And this isn't going to be the biggest fish we've caught, but it's definitely different than some of the ones we have been catching. So I didn't have much line out there, again, because I didn't need to. We got this lead core program going. Just pulled over the top of a 15-foot reef. I'll net this baby.
That's a nice fish, Joel. Nice job. Oh, mine come unbuttoned.
Come unbuttoned?
Yep.
Again, like I said, nicer fish, low 20s, and absolutely tattooed this bait. Beautiful fish. This is what we came to Lake of the Woods for. I tell you what, more fish in this system, this size, you can shake a stick at. Low 20s fish here are the norm. You can get your smaller fish all day, doing a variety of techniques, but what we have noticed is that when we're fishing a little bit shallower, fishing some of the bigger baits that we have into the scatter wrap, we're getting some bigger fish too. Out deeper, we got a lot of small fish going. Up shallower, we're getting some nice ones.
They're all healthy.
Yeah. Jeez, jumped out of my hand. That's awesome.
To anglers that believe that trolling is a leisurely way to fish, Black Team Captain Joel Nelson begs to differ.
So many people feel that lead core trolling especially is just, well, you drop your rods out, you let out all your line, you ride your bait on bottom, put the rods in the holders and let her buck. We've been switching baits constantly. We've been dialing in patterns. We've been fishing shallow, we've been fishing deep. We've been covering a variety of depths, and a real good trolling day involves not as many fish on the front end and more fish progressively as you continue to figure out the bite. But it's a dynamic bite. Wind conditions change, the sun, the angle, the amount of clouds, everything is moving and changing around, so you got to be dynamic with the bite as well.
On the strength of the lead core walleye bite, both the red and black teams leapfrog the gold team in the total fish count, with the red team taking the lead with 244 total fish. In 3 days, the three teams have covered nearly 60 miles of Lake of the Woods, catching an impressive 630 fish, all on Rapala Scatter Wraps. The Scatter Wrap Challenge is presented with limited commercials by Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter, and Rapala, maker of the new Scatter Wrap, built with evasive action.
Well, morning of day 4 here, Scatter Wrap Challenge. We're no longer up in the islands. Things have changed about as much as they can change as far as how the lake lays out now for all the anglers. The first couple days we were up in Canadian waters fishing all the islands. Now we're down on the south part of Lake of the Woods, and what we're looking at here is Big Traverse Bay. It's just a huge expanse of open water.
It's going to be a little different down here. It's a big open basin in the bottom end of this system, and I think we're just going to start working around the bottom end and looking for these reefs that are far and few between.
Fishing with Grant Sorensen here today. Looking forward to getting out and fishing some of these reefs. I tell you what, this is the part of the lake that most people here have a fair amount of experience with. And I've been out fishing some of these reefs before, and I've got a couple of deep water spots. They're not marked on the map. I'm thinking about checking out.
I'll be fishing with Will Roseberg today. One of the interesting things about the Scatter Wrap Challenge that really makes it such a challenge for all the anglers fishing it is we're fishing new water, and we're using a new lure family from Rapala that none of us have any experience with. It came out this spring, and yesterday was a real eye-opener for me in that as soon as we started using these baits on lead core out here on the main part of Lake of the Woods, it was game on. We caught fish from start to finish, and I gotta be honest with you, it was actually one of the higher number days for walleyes caught in my boat ever.
We're gonna go out and stand on them. We can get them today. Yeah, it'll be a mixed bag for sure.
Team Black heads north of Arneson's to Archie's Reef. Holst decides to make a big run north and east to Knight and Bridges Reefs, areas known to produce big fish and fast action under the right conditions. On Bridges Island Shoal, Red Team Captain James Holst and Will Roseberg are on a fast-paced walleye bite, trolling scatter wrap shads in 17 feet of water on Suffolk's 832 Advanced Lead Core. The walleyes are grouped in big schools. Soon, quality fish are coming over the gunnels 2 at a time.
Fish on. Just slowed down, just a stitch.
That looks like a good fish.
This is a good fish.
Something about that hot steel.
Well, you know, it changes. I mean, as the light penetration really affects what the fish see. During the course of the day, get some cloud cover come in, and what's hot now will be just stone cold dead.
Oh, there's just got crushed. I just got crushed, and he smoked it. But as the sun comes up, you get flat water, chartreuse, real bright colors when there's flat water and sun. When there's broken water, you want like a fire tiger, something that has a little bit of a pattern to it, and when the sun, clouds overcast, the darker colors. Are we gonna need to net this guy?
I think I can just hand lift him.
Okay.
You've got your hands full. He's a nice fish. Let's see what I can do here. There we go. There's a nice fish.
James,
Mouthful.
scared
of hot
my
steam.
fish. He just made a run. Oh, look at that. That is a walleye.
That is a nice fish.
It's a nice
Will.
walleye.
We're doubling up here on beautiful fish. There we go. Mine's loose.
Look at where that fish is hooked.
Nice.
Right. I mean, he didn't even hit the back hook. He came up and hit it right from the side.
Scatter wrap
Just
double,
smoked
buddy.
it.
Scatter
Look at
wrap
that.
double.
Those things are twins.
Yes, they are.
Beautiful
I'll
fish.
take twins like that all day long.
This scatter wrap is so effective. We're gonna have to come up with a little theme music for it, Gene. Scatter it just a little bit. Come on, scatter it.
How much of your brain power do you spend thinking up stuff like that?
Na 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 na. Scatter wrap, scatter wrap. When you got an extra, I just use some of my extra brain power.
Oh, of course,
The
of
rest of it is, I don't want it to go to waste.
Let's just spin around and head right back down that line again. That was awesome.
After Gold Team Captain Mark Fisher made the bold call to trailer to the Rainy River, he and Joe Henry got on a hot smallie bite. They're targeting areas with reduced current, which are typically found on inside turns or the mouths of side channels.
Attaboy. Attaboy, Joe.
Yeah, baby. Nice
Look
bass.
at the size of this one.
Nice bass. Ready to mount this river.
Oh, that's a big
Nice
fish,
fish.
Joe. Attaboy.
Nice bass, Mark.
Way to go, buddy.
By late morning, Team Black has found its groove, trolling scatter wraps in 24 feet on a sand to rubble transition on Stony Point.
There's a good fish. That's a big fish.
Oh, yeah. That a boy.
Big fish.
Nice, you
That's
huh?
awesome. Just peel and drag.
That fish took some drag right up.
It did. It hit that bait and it was not happy. No, this fish is staying deep and giving me nice head shakes. Initial guess, maybe mid-25s. You never know though, you never know. That's the fun part about it.
My hope is that this is that fish we've been hoping for. We've been pulling over some pretty good looking marks. And if you think of the amount of walleyes we've pulled a scatter wrap past today.
It's astounding. This fish is straight down below us.
Oh yeah, great sign.
Yeah, there's my leader, buddy.
Big fish, Grant. She's gonna dive. Hooked really well.
There we go. Awesome. My initial guess at a mid 20-inch fish was right on. Mama hungry. Awesome. Look at that.
Nice fish, Grant. I'm gonna
Thank you, buddy.
hand him to
Thank
you.
you, buddy. Yeah, that's a healthy one there.
Whew, thick.
Nice Lake of the Woods walleye.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a beautiful fish.
Let's put a tape to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, what, 24, 25?
Because it's not my fish, I get to be the guy that says it's 23.
You would. That's 24 and a half.
Hey, there you go.
24
I like
and
it.
a half,
I
almost
like it.
25. Alrighty, thank you, girl. That was a fun fight. You know, you get these mixed in with all those saugers. That's a good day.
awesome.
It's a good day.
You know what? I see what makes this spot so good, why that fish is there.
All the rock.
All that rock.
All the rock.
And there's fish all over it.
Yeah, well, let's get her back in the water and keep on trolling.
Beautiful.
Team Black ends day 4 on a hot streak. But with 70 fish on the day, the red team retains the overall lead with 315 total fish. The Scatter Wrap Challenge is presented with limited commercials by Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter, and Rapala, maker of the new Scatter Wrap, built with evasive action. The final day dawns at Wigwam Resort, with team captains drawing up game plans.
I'm fishing today with Joe Henry. He's from Lake of the Woods Tourism, and we're gonna go out today looking to cap off a wonderful week experiencing Lake of the Woods with a huge walleye. That's the plan anyway.
We're gonna target some big-headed ones today.
Probably gonna be pulling some lead core again. It's a program I'm real familiar with. We've kind of dialed in several different lead core patterns throughout the past couple days. It's make today be the day we knock it out of the park.
The red and black teams head downriver, back to the main lake, to untapped waters around a series of small reefs south of Bigsby Island. Mark Fisher and his Day 5 Gold Team co-angler Dan Quinn will fish the Rainy River, where a world-class smallmouth bite is always a possibility.
What an awesome fish. Good way to start.
The Gold Team will need both a blistering hot smally bite and the walleye guys to falter in order to retake the lead in total fish count.
Now, these guys just don't quit. They all think they're big.
Hey now.
You got them?
Double. All
Attaboy.
right. I think you put us on them, fish.
I'm sorry, there's a little chaos going in here. Throwing a scatter wrap crank in Helsinki. Quinn's got scatter wrap shad. It's kind of the basic deal is there seem to be liking this real natural color of white or silver body with the black back, darker colors. It's cool.
I think we got them figured out, fish.
They're here. Well, we got the spot.
We got the spot.
This is the bite the Gold Team needs to regain the lead. But soon momentum swings back to the teams targeting walleyes on the main lake.
There's one. Big.
Yes.
Boy, a lot of fish down there.
Oh, Joe, look at that.
Big fish, baby.
She's got that gold Albernis in her mouth like she's smoking a cigar, buddy.
The red team boats the first big fish, a 28-inch beauty boated by Joe Henry on a gold Albernis pattern scatter minnow trolled in 23 feet of water.
That is a big fish. That's exactly what we wanted to do today.
Nice fish. What's that color?
Gold Albernis.
No, Lake of the Woods gold, baby.
I love it. Hey, you want to know what else is gold? This rod over here is gold.
Nice fish. Wow.
After a tip from Red Team Captain James Holst shared over the radio, Black Team Captain Joel Nelson also ties on a golden Albernis scatter minnow and is rewarded almost immediately with a massive strike that sends his Day 5 co-angler Will Roseberg scrambling instinctively for the
I
net.
had to use all my 37-inch arms to get that one in.
That is a girthy fish.
Oh, good thing you got Team Long Arm today, Joel.
Oh my God, I'm just shaking.
That's when you just say,
Woo! Definitely my biggest fish of the trip.
that's the one we've been looking for, Joel. That's the
Oh my
one.
gosh. Those minnow baits, I tell you what, we haven't caught a lot of fish on the minnows, but the ones we have been just monsters. I caught all my big fish on Fire Tiger, that Fire Tiger scatter wrap minnow, and this was on the gold, on that shiny gold pattern. Unbelievable. What a fish. I gotta get a weight and a length measurement on this thing. This is just such a big fish. He's 29 and a half. Nose to the bump board. Oh
That
my
is
gosh.
just barely shy of
30 inches. That is such a big fish. Oh my God.
Some eggs came out when we caught that fish.
Unbelievable.
Nelson's 9.5-pound giant outweighs the 28-incher boated by Joe Henry only moments earlier. This girthy marble eye is now the odds-on favorite to go down as the Scatter Wrap Challenge's trophy catch of the week. Back on the river, Rapala Pro Mark Fisher's Gold Team is amassing its best catch total since day one. Scatter cranks in the Caribbean shad pattern are producing the most fish. By 2 p.m., Fisher and his co-angler Dan Quinn have boated 50 smallmouth bass. The Scatter Wrap Challenge is presented with limited commercials by Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter, and Rapala, maker of the new Scatter Wrap, built with evasive action.
God,
Yes, sir.
this hit hard. Oh man, this one's really good. Got him over the log. This one's got some shoulders to him, or else I really hooked him funny. Just another dandy. Hooked him, he just took it. When they slap at it, you get them in the gill plate, and they all feel a lot bigger than they are. Another beautiful smallmouth.
Oh,
Quinn,
believe
another?
it or not, fish, I'm hooked up again. You've taken us to the promised land. I can't believe the number of these smallies in this river. After all the walleye fishing I've done, never seen one. Here they are.
Atta boy.
Oh, a gorgeous smallie. It just doesn't get old.
What's happened here? What I'm hoping is going to happen here, Dan, is you've seen it before where you've got to weed through a lot of little ones to get the big one.
Yeah, you bet.
And this time of year, you know, these fish, especially in this river system, they don't all sizes school together. There'll be random miscellaneous sizes this time of year, so it's really fun. You don't know, you got to keep throwing, especially when they keep biting.
Mark Fisher's Gold Team boats half a dozen fish in the final hour, pushing its Day 5 catch total to 74, the highest total of the day. Will that be enough to retake the lead? Joel Nelson's Team Black and strong as well, adding 5 fish in the last hour, increasing its daily catch total to 64.
They're really liking this minnow bait, I think. Look at that. That's just a perfect eater.
It's pretty obvious the larger fish down here, they're here, but it's pretty obvious that those larger fish are keying in on a bigger profile bait.
Absolutely. Let this little guy go. If we were keeping fish, this would be perfect for dinner.
Shortly before time runs out, the red team goes on another tear, landing 8 more fish, hiking its Day 5 count to 72 fish.
Perfect walleye weather here for the last day of the 2013 Scatter Rap Challenge. We got us a snotty walleye chop, some overcast conditions, might even get some rain later on, and I'm into a nice walleye right now. We have had some big fish today, great numbers like we've had the entire trip up here.
Ooh, nice fish.
Scoop them.
Got him.
Thank you.
Hey, good one. Big one.
Another one for the Golden Albertus.
Nice fish.
What a trophy day out here. Friday's the big fish day here. Scatter Rap Challenge. There's the bait. There's the star of the show. That's what this is all about. That particular pattern is the Golden Albertus. I believe that's a European bait fish. That's what I've been told. What Joe calls this bait up here is Lake of the Woods Gold. I couldn't agree more. We've been pounding fish all day long on that pattern. We're gonna let her go, buddy.
Nice fish.
Oh, that water's nice and cold. She's gone. All right. Just the way you'd want to see him go. You know, we've kind of got a pretty cool pattern going here, Joe. We've never fished together, proven to be a heck of a team. Fishing these scatter wraps on lead core. The Golden Albertus and minnow has really been the hot ticket today. We're out here in 23, 24 foot of water. And what we're doing is we're running about 105 to 112 foot of lead core, and the triggering effect has been taking that rod, keeping it handheld. Most of the time you'd fish them in rod holders, but what we're finding is not having rod holders on this boat is actually helping because it's reminding us to drop that rod tip back every once in a while and give it a pump.
Yep.
When that bait goes back, that's when these fish move in on it, and of course that scatter wrap doesn't just go straight, it kicks off to the side, does some crazy stuff, and we start it back forward again, and they're just pounding it. And that's why so many of these fish have that bait so deep in their mouth.
I'm smoking it.
Absolutely are. I'm not done.
Yeah.
We're running short on time.
We got big hooks to that screen. Let's get back at it.
We have not had anything but big hooks on that screen all day.
Right now as we speak, you look at that screen. There are hooks all over
It's
it.
just filthy. That's the way, we're gonna call that filthy.
There you go, there's a fish.
Jeez. Joe, I just can't get this thing down there.
I know you can. That gold Burnus is so hot.
Every once in a while, you get things just put together perfect on a day when the fish just want to eat. And I've got a bait that's just running just beautiful. Got the line length back to these baits just perfect. I mean, it's minutes between fish.
All right.
That is a lot of bend in that
Stay down,
rod.
baby, stay down.
This was the path that I wanted. I wanted to be able to come downwind and head right towards that island before we got up into about 21 foot of water.
Oh, they're still down there. Whoa.
Just arc, 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 arc.
What do you think it is? How big?
I'm gonna say 25.
All right, nice fish.
Ooh, big head shake.
Really?
Oh, it's just a giant head shake. How big is she?
Nice fish.
Yeah!
Nice fish.
Look at that. We're just getting crazy out here with these fish.
Nice.
I got the players right here.
Nice eye.
Absolutely. And I bet you I'm within about a ½ inch of my guess. Either way, nice fish.
You know what? Let's just see how close you were.
24 and a half.
You're off a ½ inch. Good job. Hey, man.
All right, back she goes. What's happening in my mind is I know I'm running out of time, not just time today, but I mean, this thing's gonna be over. Come tomorrow morning when that alarm goes off at 5 a.m., I'm gonna wanna do this again, and I'm not gonna be able to.
As fishing time expires, all 3 teams race back to Wheeler's Point, then slowly parade up the Rainy River to Willie Walleye Park. The red team, captained by James Holst, takes the Scatter Rap Challenge title with 385 total fish caught. Joel Nelson's Team Black claims runner-up honors with 351 fish, followed by Mark Fisher's Gold Team with 283 fish. But numbers alone fall short of telling the full story of the Scatter Rap Challenge. The real challenge wasn't racking up numbers, but rather overcoming a diverse, near-million-acre fishery in only 5 days with one bait. As the Scatter Rap Challenge anglers celebrate and relax at the finish line in Willie Walleye Park, they reflect on a trip of a lifetime that tested their abilities, pushed their endurance, and fueled their passion. As they salute each other's accomplishments and share their stories, numbers counted on clickers fade away. But knowledge gained, friendships forged, and memories made will last a lifetime. 6 guys, 5 days, 100 miles, 1,019 fish, all caught on Lake of the Woods using nothing but Rapala's newest creation, the Scatter Rap. To relive every hook set and high five, watch it online at cabela's.com/scatterwrap, where you can watch videos, get info on gear, connect with the cast, and find the exact waypoints for every big fish caught. This has been the 2013 Scatter Rap Challenge.